Greetings, greetings, greetings. What go on? King David here with the cosmic knowledge, divine intelligence once ago. Again, divine insight is here. Big up Russia Jamal wherever I'm there on the planet. Yeah, we have to give shout out to the gods and goddesses. Peace I bring to you. Peace, positive elevation always create. Positive energy rather always create elevation. So we say upliftment, rising, we rise, now we rise. So yeah, it's a peaceful, positive message that I'm throwing out there, man, every time. There is some noise in the background. I wonder if I can just chill. Peaceful, positive message. Let me chill and then start again. Yeah. Continuation, same speed, same way. King David here. I was 37 seconds into the video when the noise started to occur. You know, all of a sudden the guys I'm back there turn on a weed whacker and it was just whizzing weed whacker. But like I'm saying, we're sending messages of peace and love out there into the atmosphere. Big up yourself, Empress Getaway, anyway there. Getaway, Naoma, Adesabititi. I know you watch them videos, you know. And so strange enough that I'm seeing my video go 2, 3, 4, then it come back to 2, 2, 3, 4, and I watch it for about 2 hours and I see them rolling over. And right now the same video that I saw rolling over how many hundreds of times. The video is just a 2 view. So it looks like yeah, I know. yeah. I know, and you know that they're monitoring my videos also. YouTube. watching the content, you know, of the king. Yeah, you see, yeah, they're sending all kind of virus on my phone, man. I'm telling you. Well, they want me to give up. But yeah, no give up, man, you know. Resilient, I standing firm. Hey, nothing gonna get me down, man, until we go on and eat this. The body gone and eat the earth or bird until we come out of the hemisphere. And I tell you, say, I'm resilient as a mask. I'm just gonna sit right here yeah, for sometimes people believe you're sitting, you're not doing anything. The people, gods and goddesses who are sitting sometime, and that is creating this peaceful, benevolent energy into the cosmic ethers, into the plasma, yeah, into what they call dark matter. And giving the secrets away, oh my goodness. I know them will come after me. Rashad Jamal, big up yourself. I know them will want to come, but here up now. The message like Mr. already gone out there. You know, so those of us who stay right here in the little holes, you know, sometimes and just speak out to the benevolence and speak out the creativity with words. Remember it's word, I'm telling you, it's positive energy. Positive energy always create elevation. The man tell you positive energy always create elevation. Elevate. Positive energy. How is it that you're going to purpose in yourself to be positive at all times? Positive energies always create elevation. Sometimes it looks like my phone wants to stand still. But yeah, we are continuing with the message. But the message is just coming arbitrarily, you know. It's a divine message. It's not my message. So it's not like it's a personality that you meet, you know. So that's what I'm saying from the cosmic family who know. When you identify cosmic family, you're going to align with my cosmic family. You're going to support the things that I say and do, cosmic family, because you know it's not for my purpose. We're working for the benevolent. So if you work against me, then you're not working for the benevolence. I know it's a time in the Aquarian age where the information is coming out. 333 just passed. So 9, you know, to the power of the 9. Big up yourself. All people to the power of the 9 and know yourself. So we're saying we're working for the benevolent. How is it that you're going to switch from the benevolent? If you go against I, say bad things against I, you're switching from the benevolent, sweetheart. You know, man, so you have to know that prince and princesses, gods and goddesses, friends and family, sweetheart, loved ones. You see me? Yeah. So I want to know that. You know, because I not go against them. You'll never hear me talk anything but out of my mouth against them, more than talk the experience. Yeah. I will never. Yeah. And for those who don't understand the part, yeah, that is to say that I'm not going to speak anything, you know, distasteful or bitter from my heart, my aura against someone, because I know that is witchcraft. Anytime that you're spelling something in your mental against someone that is not like, you know, coinciding with goodness, peace, and love, you're sowing witchcraft against that person. You know, if you speak, whether you speak it, you think it, you write it, you know, whatever you do. And that's why I purpose in my heart to always be speaking this beauty, this peaceful energy, this peaceful thing. I'm not perfect, I'm not saying that it's perfection. I'm saying that it's a will. It's a will for you, because every time that you're willing to do something good, you're creating goodness in the atmosphere. You're not creating, I'm not creating it. This is God speaking the word out there into the atmosphere. And so we are speaking into the ethers, into the plasmas, into the cosmos, into the dark matter out there in what you call space, the stratosphere, the hemispheres, because we are the gods here on earth and goddesses. And like I said, I always big up the divine feminine empress, because it's from out of the divine feminine empress that everything comes. From out of the woman. Listen to divine feminine empress. So that's why when I in oneness went into the place and start to support the divine feminine empress of peace, love and prosperity. Divine feminine empress, oneness, goddess of peace, love and prosperity. Remember? Yeah, so you will see, you will see that go right through all of my messages, whether it be from Master Miser, Jamaica Jesus, King David, where cosmic knowledge. I have many channels out there that I've started, and speaking the divine message, and it's coming to you. It's just that a lot of people are not in tune with it, and like I said, it is being monitored. So once you see this, the gatekeepers open the information, then it will be promoted, because this is divine knowledge coming from King David, originally from out of Jamaica. So a lot of people will see the king as just maybe a peasant, because you don't see him just in certain way, or exposing money that kind of way. But king is not in the physical. That's what I get to learn, and that's why I exude king in terms of what I speak, because every day, every minute of the day, every time, yeah, if I think something funny against somebody, like like today, I'm thinking something funny, and it came off really negative in my mind. Like I was thinking, like, yeah, man, like the person greedy, and I'm like, no, all the while when you're thinking, think something good, and do the best for the next person. Yeah, do the best so you can live in peace, love, and harmony, and say the best. So sometimes when you think certain way, it's in the environment that you're at. It's like it's helping to trigger you, bring that out. So it is for you to identify these things, be aware of what's happening, and learn to correct it, so that the peaceful resonance, the positive you can come out. And that's why when I'm doing the video, I make it an effort also, for sure. Maybe this is not how I look and do things 24 hours of the day, but for real, most of the times if I get an opportunity to speak with somebody like this is how you're going to see me. Now, during the day, I might be meditating and go deep within, just go deep within, so that I can get the downloads and the cosmic knowledge. Yeah, but, if I get an opportunity to put my face on a camera for the world to see, then I'm going to be spitting the cosmic knowledge that I'm aligned with. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, so in trying to align with the cosmic knowledge, there's a whole bunch of spiritual attacks that you will come under. Remember, it's a frequency war. It's a frequency war. It's spiritual war. The unseen frequency. So you have to elevate. That's why I say elevate. When you elevate yourself and up into your higher frequencies, those that are operating within the lower frequencies, won't get an opportunity to come up and mess with you. And that's why sometimes when you allow yourself, to go down into certain levels, like the attack, is so pronounced that it will capture your mind, capture your memory. But yeah, keep you in that low when you're in a lower frequency, you're not getting an opportunity to remember. Remember now, remember is important. Remembering is important. Remembering is activating. So when you're in your higher frequencies, the highest frequency that you can get into here on earth is when you do your fasting. Highest natural frequency. That means you take yourself away from the food, you take away from the societal teachings, you take yourself away from noise, certain type of noise, and you just go back into nature. That's why I always big up Empress Getaway for that. Trust me. When I went through that experience, I'll always big up and admire and acknowledge that 21-day fasting that I experienced with Empress Ketaway. Beautiful, one of the most beautiful experiences I've ever had. Yeah, for real, for real, for real. And it's like as she was getting her downloads and her connections, it's like I am getting mine, because I was there just watching and supervising. Just watching and supervising, going through that 21-day fast. Yeah? And as she blossomed into that beauty, and I'm looking into her soul, and I'm seeing her spirit, and she's telling me how she's forgiving and forgetting, and she had to do that fasting. Like there was one person who she had in her mind, and she go into that deep forgiveness. Yeah, into that fasting, put her into that deep forgiveness. And when she come out, she was a beautiful, pure soul. She was just like glistening with the luster. Yeah, people, I'm telling you, that's what it is. So when I experience that, I know that's the divine right there. That's the divine in our beauty, But from time to time now, as we associate ourselves with certain types of energy, like I was telling you the other day, I went over somewhere and touched this woman, and immediately like a whole shock came into me, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. And so as you touch people, I'm telling you, as you touch people, yeah, I'm having an experience right now where somebody want to touch me certain kind of way. Yeah, like a bear hug. That's a soulful hug. No, it's not anybody hug that kind of way. Nope, 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 sir. No, sirree, Bob. I don't think so. And so you got to be aware of these things, because sometimes people are trying to intrude onto your soul. Your soul is a free soul. And that's why, I see the beauty in the separation that I've had, like right now. When you're not in alignment, it's not like the other person is against you. It's just that you're not in alignment. I that is what I discovered. And so, you have to accept that, because sometimes, when separation comes, it is saying that there's some disalignment, disagreement. So whether it is forced or agreed upon, yeah, it's just a disalignment. And sometimes you can make an agreement to come into a space and you're not in their line neither. You see? So it's for you to see the temptation. Like, I remember when I came back to the United States sometime about 2-3 years ago. Might have been 2023. Yeah, I went into somebody's space, and I'm telling you, it was total misalignment. Total misalignment. You get sick, energies are off, young people getting into, argument. And for the most part on the spiritual journey, what I realized, the fact that I had not gone into a personal space, is like majority of the people that you come against is against you, or what you would say spiritually misaligned. Yeah, because the things that you're seeing and feeling and doing, yeah, spiritually misalignment. And so in your peaceful space, sometimes, that silence, that solitude. Yeah, like I had gone to over there in the bush when I did Logos Watch the Focus. You see, that alignment there with Mother Nature into the wilderness by myself, speaking to nature, speaking the words, things that you want to you see, speaking the goodness, prophesying, bringing about that intention that you have in the mind to bring it about. Yeah. So sometimes, if you see, I remember when I showed the empress said, I don't see nothing but clear bushes. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, there's bush, but in my mind I'm saying that the bush is going to go, and there's going to be a process by which certain things become. But you see, she didn't see the vision because she's not in alignment with me. So you see, and there's no blame. It's no blame. It's just that for the purpose of survival, sometimes, you have to separate in order to build yourself so that you could be in alignment with those who are on your frequency. You see? Yeah, and it's a journey for each and every one of us. And sometimes, you remain, people remain in forced frequencies. Like, you're not comfortable, you're not satisfied within that relationship, and yet you stay. No, if you're not comfortable within the relationship, I think you should, you should. Yeah, of course, you have the right. You have the right to separate yourself, of course, if you're not comfortable within a relationship. No blame attached. And like I said, also, that's what I come to get to realize. That's how I should deal with it. No blame attached. And also, I come to realize that I can't even say bad against anybody that has done that. You see? No blame attached. Because when you attach blame, when you start to get hateful, when you start to get into these modes, then what you're doing is creating those things. So I don't take my day nowadays to think much on certain situation that I'm dealing with. No, what do I have now? I have no. No is what I have. So in my presence, what can I utilize? Like I said, the first aid is a skill application of accepted principles of treatment on the occurrence of an illness or in the case of sudden harm. I remember using the facilities available at the time. So at this time, what do I have to use? To help me, to help this, to care for this, to love on this, to let this feel the best feeling so that I can smile. When you're feeling your best feeling, you can smile. So what am I utilizing within my space? Yeah, within my mental, to allow me to ascend into a higher level of happiness, joy, into my youthful, adolescence, juvenescence flow where I can sing and dance and write and speak and enjoy this kind of thing with freedom and comfort. That is getting into your natural self. So utilizing your art. And so that is where, and sometimes, and that's your feminine side too. That's your feminine creative side. If you want to talk about the divine feminine in somebody, that's your divine feminine side. Now, I'm not saying that at all times you're going to be so feminine as to, be, I'm saying, no, not that kind of feminine. But there's a masculine side to those who have a penis, a dick. If you can we say that word on? Yeah, because it's going to be not for kids. This video is not for kids, and it's just for information. So the words that we use out there are for mature adults, okay, not for kids. Anyhow, so as we continue to say these videos, I'm saying that is what you purpose in yourself every day to speak goodness, or you purpose in yourself to feel. What do you purpose to feel intentionally, consciously? That goodness. And it's a recycling thing in life, because it's just one day we're experiencing. We're just experiencing the now. So even though we're planning for the future and we have imaginative, creative ideas for futuristic purposes, and development, we have to be satisfied in the now. We have to be satisfied in the now so we can think and create. The addition, And so, when you know that you're working for a purpose and a cause, and you attach yourself to a bigger cause, remember, it's a bigger cause. What's the purpose? The bigger cause is peace, love. Peace and love within the entire cosmos. Again, that's the biggest purpose you could ever attach yourself to now. So once you're attaching yourself to peace and love into the cosmos, then you're attaching yourself to what we call now, peace, love, and joy. Happiness, health, wealth. You see? Peace, love, joy. Peace, love, and joy. Peace, love, and joy. Happiness, health, wealth. Yeah? And the next set of information will be unity, justice. Unity, justice, and power. Unity, justice, and power. Yeah? And all over the globe, all over the world, when you have these 9 balance of things, you'll have more order into this world. Yeah? More order into this hemisphere. Because at this present time, we are not operated under divine order. Natural divine order. We are not operating under that. And as such, there's so many chaotic bombardment of frequency. They created the frequency within the atmosphere. Even the news, those are creation of lower chaotic frequency. Because, whoever owned the news, they could actually stop promoting the idiot news and promote consistently the good news. They can do it in school too, they could do it in church, they could do it in all of them institutions that help to promote information out there on a wide basis. Of course they can do that. So so the information is governed for a specific impact towards certain set of people, to the people who get addicted to listening to the various news medias and whatever information process they're using to drive the frequency out there into the minds and mental of the collective that are unaware. The collective, because there's a collective that are, you know, if it's a group or body, you say is a collective that is unaware, and then you have another collective that is aware of what's going on. Yeah, and usually the ones that are unaware of the frequencies usually stay within the your lower control frequencies, because they are promoting that. So you see, it is a purpose on each and every one of us to to consciously go against the order of the frequency that they promote to keep into your low or frequency. And it's a discipline. It's a discipline. It's a consistent discipline that you have to employ within your own mind and space and time. Yeah, so that you can eliminate some of these things that are forced upon you in terms of low frequency. So that's where the war is at. Yeah, the war is within the human mental. Yeah, so that's why Bob telling to emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Whoa, have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop at a time. Remember, you are gods and goddesses upon this planet, and many gods and goddesses came before I and tell them, and I am here too with many others telling the truth. Yeah, 4222 and yeah. So synchronicities run the world, and so me know me up on the right path. So again, this video is out there to love and peace, just the same, and forgiveness, no bitterness, and it is dedicated to a very special empress out there we call our Empress Ketue, Ketue Naoma, Adeyese Bititi. Big up yourself, now. Anywhere there in the world, enough love and peace, big up yourself, never give up, never give up, never give up. Never give up, always level up. All right, so bless up yourself. And we no big up Poppy today, we no big up Poppy today, but you don't know, say we up on the magical run. See me, Poppy, big up yourself. Me know, me know your sign, but me a peace and love same way to you. Yeah, for plop we are help to promote, peace, love, abundance, prosperity and purity. Same speed every time. Big up yourself, 222. How we doing it now? So King David here with the divine insight and the cosmic knowledge, same speed. Bless upon yourself, big upon yourself, elevate on time, enough peace.